To be here. Thank you, Coach, for allowing me to be here. So today, what we're going to talk about is purpose. Okay, we're going to talk about your life's purpose and your life's calling. Okay, because a lot of us, we put on these shoes, we put on this hat, we put on this jersey, and we believe this is my purpose in life. That's exactly what the world is telling you right now. Like, I believe I was there for so long. I was there for 25 years of my life. Like, you look at my name, I had the opportunity to play with the Seattle Mariners. I had the opportunity to play at the University of Minnesota. I had the opportunity to sign a professional contract at one point. I thought that was my purpose. Like, this is what my life's about. Like, it's about this game. It's about baseball. And I know for you, like, you guys have put yourself in this box that my game, my life is about what I'm doing on the basketball court, what I'm doing in baseball. I was there. I know exactly where you've been. I was there just 10, 11 years ago. Sitting in your shoes. I wish somebody would have told me that my life is so much bigger than this game. Like, this life that you're living, like, you have a much bigger calling on your life. There is something huge within you. You can't minimize it to a box that you're trying to check in athletics. Your athletic career is an opportunity for you to make a bigger impact on the world. Y'all with me? You hear that? All right, I got to have you in tune today. Okay, I'm going to need you for about 20 minutes to lock in. Okay, so the concept I want to go over today is purpose isn't a destination, it's a mindset. Like, living out your purpose is a mindset. It's a daily thing that you can do. It is not a destination that you're chasing down. Like, you're chasing down a dream and a vision right now. Like, you got a big calling on your life. I get that. But that's not your purpose in life. It can be a part of it, but it's not your purpose. Your purpose is how you show up every single day. Okay, so I can remember, I got to take you back to a time that I was hurting, that I was in pain. Like, I remember I got drafted by the Seattle Mariners. I got my paycheck in my locker room. I said, this is the most money I've ever made in one check. This is more than I've ever had in my bank account. And it's not like it was much. It's not like it was a crazy amount, but it was something. Came out that first season in 2015. I pitched awesome. Came out in 2016 for my first spring training in Peoria. How many of y'all played at that complex? Peoria Sports Complex? Okay. So I was out there, and I was 3 days away from breaking camp and going into the minor leagues to get to where I wanted to go. Like, there's stepping stones like the D-League. There's stepping stones before you get to the major leagues that I had to go through. And I remember I came out and boom, I blew up my elbow. Needed Tommy John surgery. Ended up going to Seattle, getting the surgery. I came back home. And I'm sitting there, and I'm sitting at my kitchen table, like, asking God, like, why God? Like, why me? Like, why do I got to go through this? Like, I'm at the peak of my career. Like, how many of you guys have ever felt like you failed before? Yeah. Like, you ever felt like you've lost a huge part of you? Me too. And I was sitting there, I was questioning, like, who am I? Who am I without this game? Because I had placed my whole identity in what I was doing in baseball instead of who I am as a person. Like, you guys got to understand that your life is so much bigger than the X's and O's. Your life is so much bigger than what you do. Like, who you are can't be taken away from you. Like, your seasons in life are going to change. Your dreams and visions are going to change. Whether it's when you're 15, 18, 40, or 60. Like, you're going to grow, you're going to evolve, your dreams will change. That's just what you do. But who you're called to be is so much bigger. Like, if we minimize our calling, if we minimize our purpose to the major leagues and to the NBA and to that scholarship, bro, you're missing life. It is a launching pad to how many people you can impact. There's a reason you should want to be successful in life. Like, there's a reason you should want to grind. There's a reason why you should hit that weight room hard. Like, dude, if you're not taking advantage of this facility, what are you doing? I don't think you know who you are yet. I don't think you truly know how big of an impact you can make. Like, I go and speak in Apache Junction. I go and speak in New Jersey. They don't got this. Like, this is a multi-million-dollar facility. The only reason you wouldn't take advantage of it is because you don't know your value. You don't know what you're being called to do. That's the only reason you wouldn't take advantage of this. It's not because you're not good enough. It's not because you're not talented enough. It's because you don't know why you'd want to do it. So we've got to get a bigger vision for our life. And I was sitting there at that table wondering, why me? Like, who am I without this game? I didn't know. And then I started to change. I met my future wife. I started getting more involved with my faith. I started to show up to the Mariners complex with a new perspective on life. That maybe that my life isn't just about baseball. Maybe it's about how I treat other people. Maybe my purpose and my calling is how I make other people feel. It's how I change the atmosphere of the environment that I'm in. Like, how you show up matters. Like, I used to go into that complex like, how can I go get me? How can I go do everything that I want to do now? And then I got hurt and I realized this isn't, like, baseball is so small compared to like what I'm supposed to do in life. 3 years I went to that complex, 8 to 2 p.m., 6 days a week, for 3 years. Tommy John, loose fragmented bones, PRP, stem cell. I never made it back to who I was. I threw 97 at one point. I was normally 91, 95. Threw 97 at my peak. I never made it back to who I was. But I've been shown a vision like, Lance, that was the point. I wasn't supposed to go back to the old me because I was supposed to step into the new me. Like, there's a new person waiting for you to step into. But you got to change this. You got to change your perspective on life in order to be elevated to that calling. And for 3 years, I went back and forth, and I was trying to figure out, like, why am I here? What's going on? Why is this being taken away from me? But in that time, I thought I was rehabbing my elbow. I was really rehabbing my heart. I was really rehabbing my mind. And I had to be locked up. I had to be locked up in order to be set free up here. Like, I needed to be in a different environment, away from my homies at Minnesota. That's where I'm from, University of Minnesota. Away from those parties. Away from all those people that knew the old Lance. Like, I had to be locked up in Peoria, Arizona in order for this mind to be set free. Like, some of you got people in your life that you don't need to be hanging around. They are dragging you down. And it's not because, dude, they're just dragging your mind down. And here's the thing, when I talk about auditing the people around you, I never say eliminate. So many people on your phone today are like, eliminate this, eliminate that, get them out of your life. I never say that. I say change your proximity. Change the proximity you have to these negative people in your life. Like, you don't got to be with them 24/7. You don't got to always be texting them. You don't got to always reply on TikTok and Instagram. Like, they're dragging you down, and you know who they are. You're just afraid that if you leave them, that you'll have no more friends. You're afraid that if you stop hanging out with them, like, who am I? Who am I without them? That's just baggage. They got baggage. Bro, they got baggage. You're not meant to unpack that. You're not meant to unpack that. Just change your proximity to those people. You don't got to eliminate them, because when you eliminate people, when you cut people off, when you say no more, you don't let them ever be a part of your life, you don't ever get to make an impact on them again. I've seen people do that. Say, I'm cutting these people out. If the relationship is toxic and you're in trouble and you need professional help, that's one thing. But if it's just negativity, don't cut them out. But just change your proximity. Change how much you see them. Change how much you hang out with them. Because they're bringing baggage into your life. So I was trying to figure out what was happening in those 3 years. As my mindset was changing, as my perspective was changing. I start in 2018, I'm starting to come back. 2016, Tommy John. 2017, loose fragmented bones. 2018, I'm recovering from stress fractures. And now I'm starting to come back on the mound. I'm starting to get my groove back. And I think this is it. This is my breakthrough. I start getting up to 93 again. Start throwing the rock pretty good. And then boom, 2018 draft comes along. Mariners cut me. I get released. What am I going to do now? And I'm thinking to myself, my purpose is gone. I get signed by this independent ball team out in New Jersey. Throw a couple of times for them. I get hurt again. My elbow blows up. And I knew that was time for me to walk away from the game. And I came home and it hit me. I'm sitting there 3 years later at the same table that I was asking God, like, what are you doing in my life? And I'm sitting at the same table crying. I'm sitting at the same table like, this is it. Like, now it's really over. Now it's really over. I'm thinking, I lost my purpose. I lost what I'm meant to do in this life. And I'm bawling my eyes out because now I got to go get a job. Like, now I got to go start doing a normal life. Now my dream and my vision is over. I think my purpose is over. But really, what I've started to realize, now 4 or 5 years later, I started to realize in that moment, I lost my passion. I didn't lose my purpose. I lost what I was passionate about. Because there's a difference, you guys, between your purpose, between your passion, and between your profits in life. So for me, in that moment, I'm losing my dream and my vision. I was losing my passion. Passion is what you like to do. Passion is what you love to do. And passion is what you're good at or what you know you can become good at. Those 3 things were baseball for me. I was losing my passion. But here's the beautiful thing about life. Passions come and go. Dreams and different visions come and go. Like, you will get passionate about something again in your life. Like, I had to tell myself that. And the way I discovered that these were separate, I started going to work like a normal person. Like, I didn't have this grandiose dream anymore. Like I used to have this jersey. I used to carry this title that said professional athlete. You know how much that hurt when you remove that? And it just hurts your ego. Like, it hurt my pride when I could no longer say that. That's what really hurt, is my pride and my ego. So I'm going to work as a real estate agent. I'm going to work in these different sales jobs. And I have this realization. Like, Lance, you're so silly. Like, Lance, you've been so twisted your whole life. And I had this realization that my purpose wasn't a destination. Purpose is a mindset. You can have purpose in all that you do. In everything. So as I'm going to work as a real estate agent, as I'm going to work in different sales jobs, I start to realize I can live my life. I can live my life's calling every single day. And what you're called to do is who you're called to be. A calling is who you're called to be. So who are you called to be right now? Like, ask yourself this. The best way to audit, like, who you're called to be, what do people compliment you on the most? Like, what's one thing people tell you that you are? And I'm not talking about your stat sheet. I'm not talking about your athletic performance. Like, what do people say about you? Like, your energy, your humility, your kindness, the joy that you show up with. Like, who's got one? You got one? What do people say about you, bro? Like, when people give you compliments.
They're just like cool, funny, I guess. Yeah.
All right, so you're cool, funny, you're relaxed. Your demeanor. Bro, if you're called to be that person, it doesn't matter what season of life that you're in. You can be that person your whole life. You feel me? Like, you can be the calm, cool, collected guy your whole life. It doesn't just have to be because you're pursuing baseball. Like, who you're called to be is who you're going to make an impact on. So as you're going through life, I want you to realize, like, you should want to be great. You should want to go to the next level in all that you do so that your calling can come alive, so that you can make a bigger impact on somebody's heart. Okay? And the difference between purpose and profit is we think that, okay, we see this person on social media, we see this influencer, and they're profiting, they got the house, they got the money, the celebrity. Like, we see those things and we attribute their profit and their success in life that they're living out their purpose. That's not true. That's not true. They got one piece of the puzzle. How do we know if they have passion? How do we know if they're actually living out what they're called to be? They could be faking it to make profits. How many people think everything online is true? Nobody, right? You guys think there's some fake stuff on there? You guys think some things are inflated? Like people's following, like what they really say? Do you think they truly believe it? No, so don't be fooled. Don't be fooled by somebody's profile that they're living out purpose. Bro, they might just be profiting. And here's my vision for you. Here's my vision for you. My vision for you is you guys to understand that your calling and your purpose is much bigger than your circumstance. It's much bigger than the environment that you're in. It's how you're supposed to act. It's how you're supposed to be in these hallways. It's how you're supposed to be, who you're called to be in math class. Like who you're called to be in PE. Who you're called to be at home. Like who are you called to be in your relationships? What's one thing that somebody compliments you on? Yeah. They say you're strong. What else? Like what's something like when people used to compliment me, they say, Lance, we love your energy, we love your smile. Like tell me something like that. Your smile, bro. Okay, what about you, bro? Kansas City.
I'm always life of the party.
Okay. Life, your energy. You lift people up when you get in the room, right? Right? Okay. So that can be, listen, that can be a blessing or a curse. Because you get to dictate the energy now.
And it always depends on who you're with too.
So hold on. So how you show up depends on the environment that you're in?
I don't feel like it should be that way, but yeah.
Okay. So that brings up a great point. Like you don't got to change who you are based upon your environment. Like who you're called to be, you need to be that person. No matter who you're around. Like shine your light in every situation that you go in. Like don't be a chameleon in your environment. Don't be this person one time and then go be this person another time. Like when you say that it changes depending on where I'm at. Bro, you don't gotta change. Like your value is enough right now. Like you are enough the way that you are. People need to adapt to you. Like don't go adapting to other people. Like you are supposed to be somebody special, unique, and different. When we conform to this world, we're saying that my uniqueness, my specialness, who I'm called to be, isn't good enough, so I need to act like everybody else. Okay, let's take that one step further in baseball, in this weight room. You go into that weight room, you go into practice, and 90% of the people are going 90%. They're going 50%. That's not you. And you know it inside your heart, but you don't want to be different. You don't want to stand out. So you work as hard as everybody else. Right? How many times have you guys been embarrassed? Like you felt bad about how good you are? Have you ever felt that way? Like I can't do my best because I'll be judged. Do your best in all that you do. Like show up your very best in all that you do. You are so unique and special beyond your title, beyond baseball, beyond basketball. Like you can live out a purposeful life wherever that you go. So how do you live out a purposeful life? 2 steps. Number 1 is we got to know our IQ. And I'm not talking about how smart you are. Okay, because I'm not that smart. If I take this IQ test today, it's not going to be good. But what the IQ means is your impact quality. Your impact quality, to live out your calling and your purpose in life every single day. You got to know your impact quality. Can y'all say impact? Impact. Oh, come on. Can y'all say impact? All right, impact. You got to know your impact quality. Your impact quality is everything that you're called to be. It's your demeanor. It's your smile. It's how you light up a room. It's your joy. It's your kindness. It's your humility. It's your listening ear. Maybe it's your wisdom. Maybe you can give good advice. Like maybe you're a really hard worker. Like all these things that I'm describing, they can't be measured. Okay, so your impact quality, it can't be measured. Like we can measure our stats, we can measure how we do on a test, we can measure how we do on the field, but your impact quality, your IQ, it can't be measured, it's felt. It's felt. It's immeasurable and it's felt. It's how you show up in life, in all that you do. And number 2, you guys, it's a destination versus mindset. Okay, so a lot of times we think that our purpose is this big moment in time. We think it's the Super Bowl of life. We think it's the first game of the season. We think it's going to college. We think it's making it to the major leagues. That was me. I was so twisted in that thought. I thought if I could only run this race, if I could only work hard, if I could only get to the major leagues, now I'm living out my purpose because I'm at the destination that I want to be. I'm at the external environment that I want to be in. Now I can live. Now I can live free. No. You can live it every day. It is 24/7, 365 for the rest of your life. Your purpose and your calling is the rest of your life. Every single day you wake up is an opportunity to be the best version of you. It's an opportunity to impact the person to your right. It's an opportunity to impact the person to your left. It's an opportunity to impact your family. Like it's not just where you're headed. It's how you behave. It's how you act in life. It's not where you're at. It's how you act. How do you act in all situations? Like, do you value yourself enough to act right even when you're not at the place that you want to be? Y'all are freshmen right now. You want to be on varsity. How are you acting when you're not on varsity? It's between where you're at now and where you're headed. Like that is your purpose and calling, that time frame. Where you're at now and where you want to be. This is where most people live. And most of the time when we get anxious. How many of y'all get anxious? Studies show today, kids your age check their phone 196 times a day. Their heartbeat can get up to 160 beats per minute. Bro, that's like 9 on the treadmill. Like you're kind of moving. You guys know what I'm saying? Heartbeat? Like if you how many of y'all have ever done sprints before? And you tracked your heartbeat. What was it? Okay, how about like when you were going gangbusters, bro? Like how high could you get it? Like 180, 190. Bro, you're cooking if you're at that level of heartbeat. There's studies shows that your heartbeat can get almost up to 160 when you check your phone. 196 times a day. Bro, and we go to our phone because it gives us this dopamine. How many of y'all know what dopamine is? Okay, when do you get dopamine? When do you get it? When does it come? When does dopamine come? Anybody?
It makes you feel happy. It's like
okay. Makes you feel happy. When do you get it? Like what activity do you do that usually attributes to dopamine?
Like hanging with friends or like family, doing something fun.
Hanging with friends, family, when you work out, right? Those are the type of things that attribute to dopamine. When you get some sort of award, like it's going to elevate how you feel about yourself. So there's a reason that every single day I wake up at 4 o'clock in the morning, I get in the good word, right? And then I write in my book or I do something creative. I get prepared for a message like this. Bro, but then every day I'm religious about it. I go and I work out. I don't work out for a long time anymore, but I'm heavily focused. And it might be 30 minutes I'm going gangbusters because I need that dopamine hit. I want to get those endorphins so that I can be the best version of me for my family. Like I can be the best husband. I can be the best dad that I'm called to be. So sometimes you got to be selfish about your life. Like, be selfish during unselfish times. Be selfish during unselfish times. Unselfish times are at night. Unselfish times are early in the morning. Like, be selfish about that time and do the things that you need to do to prepare your mind so that you can show up and be the best version of yourself every single day. Y'all with me? What is something that you can do to prepare your mind before you come to school or before you go to practice? What's something that you can do to prepare your mind before you come to practice? Why?
So I can gather my thoughts
Mm.
and refocus.
Refocus. So for you, sitting in silence is the thing that you do. The result you're looking for is to be focused and clear when you get to practice, right? That's awesome. Hey, round of applause for that. 5 minutes. Perfect. All right, we'll wrap this up. What's something else that somebody does? Yeah.
I just like to listen to music.
Okay. Why do you do that?
So when I get to the game, I'm all prepared and I'm all energetic, just ready to play.
That's good, man. That's good. Round of applause for that. How about you, bro?
I go for like an early morning swim like by myself.
Really? Okay. Why do you do that?
Because it's peaceful and feels nice.
Feels nice. Peaceful. And how does that make you show up every day for school?
I'm a little more awake
More awake?
and like focused.
You're focused. Okay. So, you guys just take notes. If you're not doing something like that, that's okay. Like don't think you're not winning in life. Okay, they're just going an extra step to be the best version of themselves every single day. And you can too. Like you can too. You guys aren't your talent and what you're talented at and your gifts are one thing. But how you prepare, you guys have that. Like it is in your control. Yesterday, you guys know who Shea Hillenbrand is? Shea Hillenbrand? Anybody? 2-time MLB All-Star, played for the Red Sox, went to Mountain View, went to Mesa Community College, 3rd-round pick, probably made $50 million in his career. And I met up with him the other day for coffee, and he was telling me, he's like, Lance, like you don't get it. Like the things that I can control, I control. He's like, when I was at a showcase at Mesa Community College, and it was my freshman year, and I was throwing the ball across the diamond, and I was throwing 84, I went up to the scout and asked him, who's throwing the hardest? And the guy was throwing 91. And he just said, okay, I'll be back next year. And he said he would go to that shortstop position and practice that throw 400 times a day. That might be a little bit excessive, 400 times, but I don't know exactly the number. Maybe he does some other things. But the point is, he was willing to do that to become the best version of himself, and he could control that. That's in your control. How many free throws you take is in your control, right? You might got to go home. You might got to put some time in with the family. But, dude, you can find time at the park. You can find time in the morning. Sean Wooten, Angels. I grew up, he's older than me. He's probably in his 40s or 50s. But I used to talk to him when I worked at his facility back in Minnesota. He used to say, Lance, you don't get it. He's like, I took 1,000 swings a day in the off season, off the tee. 300 opposite field, 300 up the middle, 300 pull. 1,000. Calluses on his hands. And that got him to play 8 years in the league, and you don't even know his name. But that's the type of dedication that you got to be willing to put in. Now, if this isn't your ultimate, like this isn't your biggest dream or your vision of where you want to go, that's okay. Like show up here and be the best version of you. Show up here and do the habits and disciplines that's required. Because these habits and disciplines are going to carry for the rest of your life. Y'all with me?
Yes, sir.
All right. So just know that you can separate your purpose from your passion and your profit. And eventually, if you guys do these things, you know your impact quality, you carry this mindset every single day, you're going to get this thing. Like eventually, you're going to get this, you're going to get that, and you're going to get this. I've been living out this impact quality for so long. I've been living out my calling and my purpose in jobs that I don't want to do. Now I can be here. And I've rediscovered a new passion in life. My old passion was baseball. My new passion is speaking. My new passion is impacting you. Oh, and oh, by the way, oh, you know what's cool now? Now we get some of this. Now we get the profit. But I didn't set out to go here. I set out to go here. Focus on what you're doing every single day. Be the best version of you. Y'all with me? Let's go. All right, have a great day. Yep. All right, yeah, let's get a photo real quick.
Hop up there. All right, yeah, actually, you go.
Yeah, y'all go up here.
Hey, crowd in.
Crowd in.
Okay, get up there. Come on, boys.
Do that more, y'all.
Ah, wait, watch out. Someone hit my knees.
Get in there.
Everybody say purpose.
Purpose. Hold on, back there. Ready? One more time. Purpose.
Purpose.
No, hold on. I'm on freaking video. You gotta find my purpose. Here we go.
Purpose.
Impact quality.
Purpose.
Nice. Thank you, guys.
Love it. Thanks,
Hey,
guys.
thank you.
Yeah, I'll be back.
Thank you, Coach.
Next time we'll be talking leadership, y'all. Leadership.
I have a question.
Hey, what's up, bro?
When you got hurt, what'd you do? Like,
Oh,
what was
TJ.
your- Yeah, so, like, I know that, but, like, what'd you do, like, your mindset when you got hurt?
Oh,
'Cause
dude.
I just got hurt. My
What'd you
knee.
do?
Popped my knee out of place and, like, partially tore my ACL and meniscus.
Yeah.
So I was just wondering,
Yeah, bro. Yeah, bro. Follow me. Hit me up on social, okay?
wondering what you did, like, your mindset to get better.
Yeah, dude. I think, so when I first got hurt, like, what I needed, well, first of all, it's okay. Like, you're going to be all right.
Yeah.
Like, you got to, number one, you got to feel that emotion. Like, dude, just, it's okay to feel that emotion.
Yeah.
Bro, when I first got told that I was going to have Tommy John, I literally cried in front of the doctor.
Yeah.
Because I was going to be out for like a year. I don't know what this is, maybe a few months,
Yeah.
something like that. Bro, but just, first of all, you guys got to feel that feeling. Okay? And just know that that feeling is, it's an emotion. It's not a lifetime. Okay? It's just an emotion that you're in right now. It's okay to grieve that because you're losing something. You're losing a couple months of playing sports, a couple months that you're doing. So number one, just surrender to that. Okay, this is it. It is what it is. Or you just got to tell yourself that. Like, this is what it is. Step two, what can I control? You can't control how your body is responding right now. Right? You don't tell your cells to repair your knee. I wasn't telling my elbow to heal. Your body does that.
Yeah.
So what I needed to control was the things that I could. Okay? Your mindset. Like, what are you reading? Now that you have this time that maybe you can't practice or participate or be at everything, bro, now it's time to work on your mind. Okay? Like, what are the things that you're reading? Like, are you following guys like Tim Tebow? Are you you know what I mean? Like, just reading those type of books. Like, getting involved with that. So, like, you can control that. Okay? Number two is, like, you control your effort and your work.
Yeah.
And your mindset around it. So, like, when you go to rehab, like, go to rehab. Like, go and be there and be present. Because this matters. Even though you're lifting your leg, even though, like, you're doing a minimal exercise, it will make a difference. And the last thing I would say, I just wrote this in my book, is, like, you just got to be willing to do the nothing special things. So, like, it literally, bro, it is not about this grandiose effort that's going to get you healthy. What's going to get you healthy is doing all these, like, little nothing special things. So when I say that, I mean, like, there's certain things that are so easy to do and easy not to do. It's so easy to pick up the book and read it, but it's also so easy not to and watch Netflix. Am I right?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's like one example. It's so easy to eat crap for the next 3 months. Bro, but if you choose to eat the right things, you know, you choose to eat the protein, like, you're going to need a lot of protein to heal.
Yeah.
Like, that's easy not to do. So just do the nothing special things. And, like, your rehab chart, like, the things that you're supposed to do, like, you control if you do all that. Right?
Yeah.
So I would just say those things. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Thank you.
Yeah, cool, bro. What was your name?
Brody.
Brody?
Yeah.
Lance. Nice to meet you, brother. We'll see you next time, okay?
When you back?
Hopefully the next couple weeks or so. All right, brother. Peace.